Hi, I'm Claire Harris from PromoteMentalHealth. We help organisations and businesses have a better understanding of mental health and wellbeing. Over the next couple of weeks, I will be doing clips around managing your mental health and wellbeing in relation to the coronavirus. We'll be covering aspects of working from home, self-isolating and managing illness, among other topics. These will be guided by national guidelines, information from mental health organisations and our own expertise around managing mental health and wellbeing. Whether you've been religiously watching the news on coronavirus or waiting to see what happens, we're now at a stage in the UK where the spread of the virus is our reality. We're starting to see people getting very stressed around panic buying. We have guidelines around hygiene and washing our hands. People are being asked to work from home and also self-isolate. What about our mental health? What about the stress that this is causing for all of us? There are many things we can do to manage our well-being at this challenging time. So today we're talking about managing our stress levels around emotional exposure, and we have two tips. So these are using reliable sources of information and lowering our exposure to the news. So the first of them, it's really important that we use reliable sources of information about coronavirus when we're concerned about risk and how it's spreading. So these would include information from the government, from Public Health England, and any information that is out there from the NHS. So these are our genuine, reliable sources of information. The second tip was around managing your exposure to the news. So we have got widespread news on the spread of the coronavirus internationally, and now we're looking at cases in the UK. If you're finding this information stressful or overwhelming, it's really important to try and minimise your exposure to the news on TV and also on social media. So some of you may have notifications for news. Do we really need to know every time there is a new coronavirus case in the UK? If that kind of thing is stressing you out, then manage your notifications and possibly switch them off. The other thing that's really important to note is kind of tabloids and local news. They will be looking for stories and information that's shocking and that will sell and that's an interesting story. So bear those in mind, that those are possibly elaborated stories. In the next session we'll be looking at maintaining communication and staying connected when we're working from home or self-isolating. Thank you very much for listening.